What up, B3? We are live. I'm a little depressed about my Knicks. It was a horrible collapse. I now know what Boston Celtics fans feel like, but I'm not going to overreact because the Knicks are just notoriously in close games like that. They take it down to the wire. They always have a chance. Like 90% of the time, they're in the game that they're playing. And, Brunson has proven to be a closer, so I'm not going to overreact. This was sloppy at the end, but a wake-up call. And that's that, Flush it, move on. Even though Tibbs doesn't like to say flush it, he says you got to learn from it, but flush it, move on. Damn, though. I'm heartbroken. These dang Knicks. I'm going to see if I can go back to the old camera view because we got better we got a wider camera shot when I did it like this last time. So let's try this. We'll go back to that and see if it works. I think it's a little better. A little wider of a view. All right, B3, we're not going to waste any time because it is late. So we're going to get started and just, jump in wherever. But it's a late night start after the Knicks game, so I'm going to get started and we'll just kind of go at our own pace here. All right. Harlan Benner on the Arizona Cardinals. This is break 399, by the way. We are one away from 400, so I'm trying to figure out what to do for 400. More to come on that. But Harlan Benner on the Cardinals. Adam Light going to be on the Falcons. We got Joe Lurch on the Ravens. Wayne Mowry on the Bills. Dustin Buchholz, a.k.a. Box Break, on the Carolina Panthers. We got Benny Lamp on the Bears, Travis Clavin on the Bengals. Cleveland is going to be David Matt, little last spot mojo on the closeout. Jamie O'Hara on the Cowgirls. We got Ox on Denver. The boys split the Lions with one of my local buddies. We jumped on them at the end. They were thinking, Lions could be hot. So the boys and Adam on Detroit. We got Adam Light on Green Bay. Joe Lurch on the Texans. Matty V. That's Mr. Vanover on the Colts. Adam Light also on the Jags. We got B3 on the Chiefs. Dustin Buchholz on the Raiders. Mike Haralambis on the Chargers. Adam Light on the Rams. Lonnie Studit on the Dolphins. We got Charles Wiley Oxendine, a.k.a. Ox, on the Vikings. Joe Lurch on the Patriots. Stanton Griggs in on the Saints. Nolens. The boys are going to be on the Giants. We got Jamie O'Hara on the Jets. Mike Haralambis on the Eagles and the Niners. We got Jeff Kalages on the Steelers. Fat Uncle Breaks, a.k.a. Corey Markle, in on the Seahawks. We got B Friends on the Bucks. David Matt also on Tennessee, another closeout spot. And then Goody rounding us out on the Washington Commanders / Redskins / football team, depending on the year and the player. All right, just making sure we're live here because nobody's popped in to say what's up. So I just want to make sure we're recording. So I'm going to check the stream and see if we are recording. Pretty sure we are. Well, not recording, I mean live. Yep, we're good. All right, cool. Well, whoever joins, when they join, we'll see them. All right, what are we breaking tonight? Well, we got 10 or a half case of the Optic 2024 Hobby Megas. These were the ones with the red hyper parallels, the exclusive. They used to be the Fanatics exclusive boxes, but Fanatics and Panini no longer getting along. So now they are just Hobby Megas is what they call them. But they have special parallels. We had a sealed case. We opened 5 and 5. Have not hit the downtown or uptown yet. What up, Dustin? But we got 10 more, the other half. And downtown, uptowns are live. So looking for some fireworks. Looking for the uptown, downtown, downtown duos and hash marks on the ultra rares. You get one auto or mem per box. We have not hit an auto yet either out of the case, so there's got to be at least one out of these 10 megas. So fingers crossed. I got high hopes, B3, thinking positive. We got 10 of them. So that was 1, that's 2, that's 3, that's 4, that's 5, a nice dented box because the case took a little bit of a dent. So we knew there was going to be one dented. So there's our lucky box. We'll do that one last. And then that was 5. We got 6, 7, 6, 7. These kids, man, I swear. 8, another dented box. We're going to do that one first because it's a small dent. You know what they say? 60% of the time they hit every time. This is 9 and this is 10. So 10 total. We left lucky number 8 up there. And then lastly, we have the Phoenix Hobby. 2 autos, 1 mem guaranteed. You're looking for the ultra rare Color Blast and Gridiron Crowns. Those are still live as well. 1 RPA per box. Usually get about 6 numbered. So a lot of good stuff coming out of there. That will be our grand finale. All right, B3. Let's get started. Because like I said, it is a little late. I did open up the back of the break table a little bit so you can barely see the helmets that are usually out on the sides here. Kind of just moved them out and gave us a little bit of space. I'm hoping that'll help for the podiums. All right, dented box up first. Good luck, B3. Empty. Let's get it. Break table has been ridiculously hot as we come up on break number 400. 400 we are coming up on. I can't even wrap my brain around that right now. Wild. Can't believe that we're actually we're going to hit 400. I mean, that's just wild to me. Never in a million years did I think we would have the privilege of doing this long. So you guys are awesome. Amazing. And yeah, let's get the fireworks going, B3. We're going to start off with Chris Olave, Juju, Gesicki, Chris Jones, Torrey Taylor on the red hyper going out to the Bears. That is going to be Benny Lamp. That is not the bear we wanted, but let's get him out of the way early. All right, we got Luke McCaffrey for Goody Goody. We got Devin Culp going out to Be Friends, Sexy Dexy, Singletary, Zach Allen, Josh Allen, DeMarcus Lawrence on the little 2014 retro series throwback. That's the the Bears, the Chi-Town rookie we wanted. Caleb coming out for Benny Lamp. We got Braden Fisk going out to the Rams. That's going to be Adam Light, Devonta Smith, Breece Hall, Nick Chubb, Michael Wilson, Cooper, DeJean on the red hyper. That's a big one. Very nice. Break paid for Philly. There you go. Mike Haralambis. Jace McClellan coming out for the Falcons. That's going to be Adam Light as well. Then you got Nick Chubb, Charvarius Ward, Run CMC, Mark Andrews, Luke Musgrave, Maserati Marv coming out on the primary colors for Harlan. Then we got Brian Thomas Jr. going out to the Jags, Adam Light, Malik Neighbors to the boys, Mike Evans, DK Metcalf, Gardner Minshew, Javante, Keon Coleman, Red Hyper, another nice one going out to Buffalo. That's Wayne Mowry. Johnny Wilson going out to Mike Haralambis. We got Zaire, George Pickens, Deontay, Zaire again, holding back our hit. We're going to bring the back to the front. We got Motor Singletary one more time on a hollow for the boys. Then you got Devontae Walker going out to the Ravens, Joe Lurch, Roman Wilson to the Steelers. That's going to be Jeff Kalaji's. And then Zaire is holding back Blake Corum on the first-year freshie. Going out to Adam Light on the Rams. Starting us off. Not bad for a dented box. I had higher hopes, I'll be honest. On the dented box, I figured we'd see like a big quarterback color or ultra rare. But did spread the love around a little bit, so not going to hate on that. Nice Keon red hyper, though. Had some dust on that. We'll get Keon up there. Cooper DeJean going up also. Nice DeJeanski, Mike Haralambis. That's got to be at least a $30 card. At least. There's such a cult following for Cooper DeJean. Just way too many people love that kid right now. Way too many people love that kid right now. Especially after the Super Bowl. Oh, man. The Bird fans were going nuts. The Birds. Okay. Little Johnny Football up there. A lot of good rookies came out, though. Malik, Brian Thomas Jr., Maserati Marv, Luke McCaffrey, DeJean, Coleman. Did get a Caleb, Blake Corum on the swatch. Not bad. You know, not great, but not bad. Like a solid box, I would say. If you bought that in the store, you definitely got your money back. You broke even on that one, which is hard on a mega box. Especially a hobby mega. They go for like 130. You may not have gotten your money back. 130, 140. All right. Number 2. Let's get it. Good luck, V3. Good luck. Empty box. Let's get this sucker going. Let's heat this puppy up. I think we got a blue hyper. It's possible. I saw something weird. I think there's like teal or blues. They're like super short prints. But I saw something interesting. Caught the corner of it. It could just be a base card that just tricked me. It is. It's a base card that tricked me. All right, moving on. Scary Terry, Tajay, James Cook, Joe Mixon, Anthony Gould coming out for the Colts. That's going to be Matty V on the red hyper. Jamari Thrash for David Matt. Will Shipley for Mike Haralambis. We got Spiller, Jacoby, Zay Jones, PS2, Malik Neighbors on the play action going out to the boys. Jordan Travis to the Jets. That's going to be Jamie O'Hara. And then you got Ricky Pearsall to San Fran and Mike Haralambis. Higbee, Bosa, T-Law, Jerome Ford, Jawar Jordan is your red hyper. That's Houston. Joe Lurch. Adisa Isaac going out to Baltimore and Joe Lurch as well. Then you got Deontay, Harrison Smith, Darnold, Sutton, Roquan, Jatavian Sanders on the hidden potential. That's the one that tricked me. Malik Washington for the Finns. Carolina, the Jatavian Sanders is Dustin Buchholz. Miami is Lonnie on the Malik. And then you got Drake May for the Patriots and Joe Lurch. Jamal Williams, Kayshawn Boot. Stephon Diggs, Keenan Allen, Spencer Rattler, Red Hyper. That's a big one. Very nice. Stanton. That'll get you halfway for sure. Brock Bowers going out to Dustin, Luke Musgrave, Devon Achane, Quay Walker, J.C. Horn. Caleb is your rookie phenom. You got a hollow Anthony Gould behind that for Matty V. You got a Romo Dunze for Benny, Jatavian Sanders for Dustin, and that Caleb is a blue hyper rookie phenom. Nice one there to get Benny going. Heck yeah, Benny. You said it. You were like, there's got to be some kind of Caleb in that case because he hadn't come out really at all. Caleb and JJ, so they got to be lurking. Even Penix. There were a couple for Penix, but nothing crazy. He could definitely still be lurking out there too. I got high hopes for this. Why am I buzzing? You keep telling me that that's available and it's not. And you're pissing me off, Target. All right. We got Malik. Jatavian. Little Odunze coming out. Good to see him come out and join Caleb. Can't be all Caleb. You got to sprinkle a little Odunze in there. Little Brock Bowers. Got to get the Red Hyper Rattler on the board. Nice card. All these Red Hypers, they're short printed. There was a very limited print run on the Hobby Megas or the old Fanatics exclusive products, Hobby Blasters, Hobby Megas. There's a very short print run on them. So you don't see a ton of them. And when you do, they do carry some value. They're about twice the value of like maybe even more, maybe closer to 3 times the value of like the pink hyper, the blue scope, the purple scope, the ones that come in the other boxes. Just because the print run is limited. Nearly impossible to hit this product directly on the Panini website. When they dropped them, they sold out in like 13 seconds. I don't even know how that's physically possible. I was on the website when the counter ran down for when they'd be available. And I was right there, put add to cart, sorry, system busy. And it just spun and spun and spun until it was sold out. Crazy. Wild. But such is life, I guess. You win some, you lose some. That one I lost. Like the Knicks tonight. Zing. Zing. Oh, God. Knicks were awful at the end there. Just epic collapse. Terrible. All right, so 2 in the books so far. 8 more to go, B3. 8 more to go. All right, let's get the bench straightened out here. Where'd that Malik Neighbors go? There it is. All these guys just got 1. We're good. All right. Beautiful. On to box number 3. Number 3. Empty box, empty flap, empty flap. Bro, if you keep buzzing and telling me something's available when I know it's not, we're going to have a problem. Pain in my you-know-what. All right, here we go. Good luck, B3. Good luck. We're on Mega number 3. Another patch. I know there's got to be an auto in this damn case. There has to be. They can't all be men's. Can they? I refuse to believe that. All right, here we go. Number 3. Alvin Kamara, Antonio Gibson, Jamar Chase, Rashee Rice, Ryan Flournoy coming out for Dallas. That is Jamie O'Hara on the red hyper. You got Jeremiah Trotter on the rated coming out for Hara Lambus, and Blake Corum one more time for the Rams. Adam Light. You got Kayvon, Danny Dimes, Bryce Young, Jonathan Taylor, Aaron Donald on the retro. That's Adam Light. Mason Smith coming out for the Jags. That is going to be Adam Light as well. And then Tip Raymond for Harlan on the Panthers. Or excuse me, on the Cardinals. You got A.J. Brown, Alan Lazard, Drake London, Aiden Hutchinson, Edge Cooper, red hyper going out to Adam. You got Braylon Trice going out to Adam. Mike Gesicki, Fred Warner, Brock Purdy, Chuba, Michael Pittman Jr., and then an Xavier Worthy, light it up, going out to B3 and the Chiefs. Quinion Mitchell going out to the Eagles. That's Mike Haralambis. You got Jalen McMillan going out to B Friends. Kate Otten, Jackson Smith and Jigba, King Henry, AJ Dillon, Marshawn Nealand going out to the Cowgirls also. That's going to be Jamie O'Hara. You got Darius Robinson for the Cardinals and Harlan, Josh Allen, Najee, Trey Hendrickson, Kyler Murray, I believe, is holding back our hit. You got Jawar Jordan on the hyper, or excuse me, on the hollow. That is Houston, Joe Lurch. Tyler Newbin going out to B3 and the boys. You got Joe Alt going out to the Chargers. That's Mike Haralambis. Kyler. And then is this Travis Braylon? Marshawn Lloyd going out to Adam Light on the rookie phenom. Blue hyper. Very nice. This kid's supposed to come back this year and be a contributor. So nice blue hyper. Rookie phenom. Marshawn Lloyd. Adam Light on the pack attack. So box 3. Still hunting. Still hunting. I can feel a big one brewing. I can feel it. It's coming. The table's been too hot. It's coming. Nice Jawar hollow for the Texans. Nealon red. McMillan. Xavier Worthy on the hyper. Little Edge Cooper to go with that Marshawn Lloyd. That's a red hyper. Blake Corum coming out one more time. You got Flournoy. Boom. All right. Here we go. 2, 2, One, 2. Jordan getting a good start. All right, bench is good. On to number 4. Let it go. Let it go. There we go. Empty box. Another patch. There it is. Velocity. Teal Velocity. That's what I was looking for. I had a feeling one would come. That is the ultra rare or super short print Velocity. I think it's called the Teal Velocity or Aqua Velocity. So we got one. This is going to be a big hit. That I think is what is actually the case hit. And then you have the ultra rares, which are the downtowns. But that's a Velocity right there. That could be a big card. All right, we got Brian Robinson, Tony Pollard, Travis Kelce, Micah, Byron Murphy coming out for Corey on the Seahawks on the Red Hyper. Bo Nix making his first appearance for Ox. You got Latu for Matty V. We got Herbie, Zamir, James Conner, Lil Jordan, Tyrone Tracy Jr. on the Red Hyper. Big card for the boys. They needed that one. They already got Malik. Malachi Corley coming out for the Jets. That is going to be Jamie O'Hara on the rated. You got Zach Allen, Mostert, Cooper Kupp, Romeo Dobbs, Adam Thielen, Brock Bowers showing back up for Dustin on the rookie recruits. Nice little military tribute there. Jalen Polk going out to the Patriots. That is Joe Lurch. Will Richard going out to the Vikings. That is Ox. You got Hawkinson, Ramsey, Stidham, Zay, J.J. McCarthy on the Red Hyper. Bang, going out to Ox. Big card there. Ray Davis for Wayne Mowry. We'll take that. Solid rook. You got Michael Wilson, Derwin James, DeForest Buckner, Deshaun Watson, Willie Anderson is your patch on the Donruss Threads Blue Hyper. That is Houston. Joe Lurch. Nice one there for the, I believe, 3rd overall pick last year. You got Cortland Sutton on the holo for Denver and Ox. And then you got Joe Milton going out to Joe Lurch. Nice one there. Brendan Rice for the Chargers. Mike Haralambis. You've got Jonathan Allen, Josh Downs, Chase Brown holding back. Quinion Mitchell on the Teal Velocity. That is a ultra rare or possibly the case hit, but it is a big card for Mike Haralambis. If it was Cooper DeJean, it would be a monster. Devontae Adams for the Jets. That's Jamie. Then you got Devin Leary for the Ravens, Joe Lurch, and Jermaine Burton for the Bengals. That'll be Travis Clavin. That was a pretty good box. All right, now we're getting started. Now we're getting heated up here. That's what we needed, a little pick-me-up. Wish it was Cooper DeJean. That would have been huge for you, Mikey. But the Eagles are officially paid for. That break is solidly paid for. You are in the green, my friend, on the Eagles. The Eagles. You're telling me that Donruss is available to buy, but you're lying. You're lying, Target. A little busier than we expected. Okay, so it's available. I just can't buy it because your system's busy. That's horrible. Boo. All right. That is going to move Quinion Mitchell to the front of the pack. Boom. All right. Podiums are set. Let's get this stuff out of the way. Get these guys sleeved up. All right, so one more will put us halfway through. We got one ultra rare so far, which is the green or teal velocity. Jalen Polk up there. Brock Bowers. I forgot Bo Nix came out too. Dang, that was the first one to come out. So we got to get Bo up there on a podium. Okay, so that's done. Leary and Burton. All right. Not bad, B3. Not bad. We're starting to pile up some hits. We got a Giants podium, so we can get them up there. No Colts podium yet, although close. We got a Texans podium, so we can get Jawar Jordan up there with Anderson. Okay. Good. Do. Come on, load up. Of course not. Man, this thing is being a pain. I hope that means Target's going to drop tonight at like 2, 3 a.m. because that thing is being a pain in the you-know-what. It usually only does that when they're about to drop product at some point. All right, good. Need Leary, good. Good there, good there, good there. We are good. All right, so our podiums are set. Our bench is set. We are moving on to box 5. Some point we're going to come across an auto here, B3. It's going to happen. Speaking of autos, I ordered a whole bunch of the NFL totally certified boxes. They come with like 9 numbered cards, an auto, 2 mem. Usually the veteran mem cards are game worn. So kind of excited for those. I got a half a case or 6 of them. I think it's 12 in a case. So I'm excited to see what comes out of that. We got another mem, so still no auto in this case. That is wild. And this puts us 3/4 of the way through the case at 15 boxes with 5 left to go. I can't even fathom that. Not a single auto yet. That's crazy. They might as well just say comes with a mem. Not even right. Mem or auto. All right, here we go. Pat Fryermuth, Dallas Goedert, T-Law, Jerome Ford, Chop Robinson coming out from Miami. That is Lonnie on the Red Hyper. You got Jonathan Brooks for Dustin and Bucky Irving for B Friends. Gino, Debo, Quay Walker, J.C. Horn, best Tuddies, best buddies. You got Deshaun Watson and Amari Cooper. That one going out to David Matt on the Brownies. Max Melton going out to Harlan. Xavier Worthy for B3. You got Godwin, Big Cat, Sutton, Roquan, Kamari Lassiter, another Texans, Red Hyper. They're stacking them right now for Joe Lurch. You got Chris Broswell for Brian Friends, Josh Downs, Michael Mayer, Zach Ertz, Jared Goff, Dalton Kincaid. Your captain in charge is DJ Moore. That one going out to Benny Lamp, Ryan Flournoy, going out to Jamie O'Hara. You got Javon Bullard for Adam Light, Matty Stafford, QJ, Amari Cooper, Trey McBride, Adonai Mitchell coming out for Matty V, more Colts receiver color. Edrin Cooper going out to Adam Light. Then you got Lil Jordan, D-Hop, Stephon Diggs, Keenan Allen, Michael Penix Jr. is your rookie phenom, Blue Hyper. That is going to be Adam Light. We got Breece Hall going out to the Jets on a hollow, AJ Barner for Corey on a rated, and Kamani Vidal for Mike Haralambis. Penix on the Blue Hyper rookie phenom. Very nice. So Michael Penix officially on the board. All right, that's halfway through the megas. 3/4 of a case. What's come out so far is a fire emoji, a not a football emoji. What was the other emoji? Fire emoji. There's another one. Oh, rocket emoji, parallel. So those were ultra rares. You had the Sunday Kings and now the Green Velocity, but we're still waiting on the big one. Still waiting on the big one. Bucky and Brooks. Okay. These go over here. These go over here. Best buddies, best tutties. We'll get that sleeved up. Those are a shorter print. And let's get these rookies sleeved. Vidal, Barner, Bullard, Flournoy, Broswell, and Melton. Lassiter can go up on the Texans podium. At this point, we got to put the Colts up. They got Latu, but then they got a hollow Gould and a red hyper Gould, and then also a Mitchell. That's enough to get them up in Podiumville. All right, good to go. All right, bench is set. Going on to number 6. Empty box. Another mem. I think we got a super short print, though. Not a downtown, but I think it's an emoji. I think we have some kind of an emoji parallel. So that would make it the 3rd emoji, but still no downtown or uptown. Yep, we got something. All right, B3, here we go. Will Levis, Rashad White, Sky Moore, Jake Ferguson, Kamani Vidal coming out for the Chargers. Mike Haralambis. You got Theo Johnson for the boys on the G-Men, and then Jalen Wright for Lonnie on the Finns. You got Dotson, Legarius, Anthony Richardson, Zach Moss, Romo Dunze coming back out for Benny Lamp on a play action. Braylon Allen for Jamie O'Hara on a rated. Latham for Tennessee and David Matt. You got Hayden Hurst, Mad Max, J-Mo, Von Miller, AJ Barner, Red Hyper going out to Corey on the Seahawks. Jaquan Jackson for David Matt on a rated. Little receiver. You got Stidham, Tua, Josh Jacobs, Miles Sanders. It is Jonnu Smith on the Rocket emoji parallel going out to Miami. And Lonnie Stewart, very nice little case hit or super short print there. You got Roman Wilson on the hidden potential for Jeff Kalaji's. Dallas Turner on a rated for Minnesota. That is Ox. And then Nate Wiggins going out to Joe Lurch. You got Jay Jetta, Jonnu Smith, Trayvon Diggs, Lamar, Javon Bullard, Red Hyper coming out for Adam Light. Very nice. Lad McConkey for Mike Haralambis. You got Chris Jones, Puka, Zeke, Ty Algier holding back Jalen Wright, another Finns hit for Lonnie on the first year freshie, green and blue hyper. So Jalen Wright going off now. Sexy Dexy on a silver for the boys. They'll like that. Then you got Jaheim Bell for Joe Lurch and Tavondre Sweat for David Matt. So we did get another super short print. Still waiting for that downtown, though. Come on, baby. We'll take all the other ultra rares, though. I don't mind. We'll take as much as you want to give us, but get us that downtown and that uptown. I want 2 now. You're making me sweat it out. I want 2. Two ultra rares so far. That is a beautiful card, though. I like the emoji parallels. They're pretty cool. Very nice. On the ultra rare. Another red hyper for Adam Light on the pack. Loading up on those. Seahawks, that is Corey. And then you got Vidal for the Chargers. Also for Mike Haralambous and the Chargers, Ladd McConkey. Dunze coming back out. Jalen. And then Theo. All right, good to go with that. Sleeve them up, sleeve them up. Box number 6 in the books. Got to get some more top loaders out here in just a second. Couple more fins we'll throw up there. Boom, bench is good. Get some more top loaders up here. Need a big stack. We're running low. Good. All right. Number 7. Lucky number 7. Lucky number 7. 6, 7. These kids, man. They keep saying that. And I'm like, will you knock it off? But now they got it in my head. Empty box. Number 7. Let's go. Let's go. Patch again. Patch again. All right, here we go, B3. Good luck. Come on now, baby. Come on. Heat it up. Ramondre, Jordan Addison, CeeDee Lamb, Kyle Pitts, Xavier Worthy on the red hyper. Nice color match there for B3. We'll take that. Eric All going out to the Bengals. That's Travis Clavin. And then Terrion Arnold for the Lions. First time we've seen a Lion. That is Adam and the boys. We got Cam Jordan, Derek Carr, Joe Burrow, Isaiah Pacheco. You got best tutties, best buddies. Dalton Kincaid and Josh Allen going out to Wayne Mowry. Very nice little PC hit for the Bills collectors. You've got Jerzon Newton for Goody Goody, Maserati Marv going out to Harlan. Ruckert, Isaiah Simmons, Dawson Knox, Jeff Okuda, Max Melton to Harlan on the red. Nice color match there. You got Troy Franklin going out to Denver. That is Ox, right? Yep. And then Dobbs, TJ Watt, Justin Fields, Evan Ingram, Dak Prescott. You got Keon Coleman on the primary colors for Wayne Maury. Chris Jenkins coming out for Travis Clavin. And then Dejon Edwards for Jeff Kalages. Who did I put up there? Oh, it's Terrion Arnold. That's right. Zach Charbonnet, George Kittle, Grady Jarrett, Jordan Love, Red Hyper is Chris Broswell. Nice color match for the Bucks there. You got Ben Sinnott for Goody Goody, Zay Flowers, Saquon, Bijan, Amon Ra, Xavier Legette being held back. Very nice. That is Carolina and Dustin on the Blue Hyper. Another color match. Keenan Allen on the hollow. That is going out to Benny. Then you got Pratt, the rookie QB for Brian Friends, and Jaden Hicks for B3. The base out of there. All that base. What you going to do with all that base? We're going to throw Xavier Worthy up on a podium now because he got some color. Nice Blue Hyper for Legette. Beautiful card. Nothing for JD5 yet. Not a single thing. That's crazy. Little best buddies, best tutties. Rookie tight end Eric All. Boom. All right. Cruising right along, B3. Cruising right along. Where are those Panthers at? There they are. Let's get them up on a podium with that Legette. Bust them out there. Get the rest of this situated. 3 there, 2, 2. Those got to go up on the podium. There's 3 now for the Bucks. Browns got 2. Steelers 2. Seahawks 2. 1, 1. They jumped to 3. Very nice. 2, 2. All right, we're good. Good to go. All right. Number 8. I forgot to put these up there with Xavier Worthy. There we go. Lucky number 8. box. Okay. Another mem. Dang, man. There's only 2 boxes left. That is wild. Thought I saw something, but nothing. Maybe if I take a pee break, it'll change into something. It'll just morph. We might try that on the next one. I think I can get through this one. Then I'm going to have to pee. All right, we got Rodgers, Jalen Hyatt, Jared Goff, Dalton Kincaid, Rakestraw on the red hyper. That is going out to the boys and Adam. You got Leggett for Dustin, and then Jonah Ellis for Ox on the rated. Goddard, Mosley, Amari Cooper, Trey McBride, Diamond Hands is Amon-Ra St. Brown. That one going out to the boys and Adam. You got Chop from Miami. That is Lonnie Stuthit on the rated. He was a runner-up for Defensive Rookie of the Year. You also have Jared Verse, who was, I think, the Defensive Rookie of the Year. Pat Freiermuth, Tyson Bagent. Oh, it's an Uptowns. Travis Etienne holding back a rookie Uptowns. Caleb freaking Williams. Holy cow. I knew there was a monster pending, and there she is. Caleb freaking Williams. Break paid for. Benny Lamp, you've been waiting for a big one. There she is. Bang! Table officially still on fire. Holy cow. What a beautiful card that is. Look at that sucker. Bang! Uptowns, Caleb Williams. Break paid for, Benny. You got Marshawn Lloyd coming out on the green hyper. Another really nice one for Adam Light. Green Bay is stacking them for him. And then you got Kamari Lassiter going out to the Texans. Let's get back on track. Holy cow, my hands were shaking for a sec. Mark Andrews, Big Cat Leo Williams, Gino, DJ Moore, the other Josh Allen. You got Justin Jefferson on a nice lighted up. That one going out to the Vikings. Minnesota, Ox. Dylan Lobb going out to Dustin. You got Rook going out to Adam Light. D-Hop, Godwin, Curtis Samuel, Tank Dell, Cade Stover coming out for Joe Lurch on the Texans. They've been stacking them too. Maris Luafu for Jamie O'Hara. You got Devontae, Debo, Kyle Hamilton, Xavier McKinney, Jordan Travis is your first year freshie for Jamie O'Hara on the Jets. We will take that. Then you got Roquan Smith on the hollow for Joe Lurch. Javon Baker, Joe Lurch. Adonai Mitchell is Matty V. What a box, B3. Holy cow. I got to text Benny. Benny freaking Lamp, bro. Been a minute since you exploded with a big hit. Been a moment. Holy cow, we will take that for sure. Big time hit. Big boy hits. Break table still on fire. Green Velocity Ultra Rare. Uptowns. Caleb freaking Williams. Rocket Emoji Parallel. Another Ultra Rare. For Jonnu Smith. And we are officially cooking, B3. Cooking with fire. Cooking with fire, baby. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. That is a big boy hit. Bang. Damn, bro. What a gorgeous card. Beauty. Something in my head told me it was Caleb. When I saw the Optic symbol and the rookie symbol, and the rookie was black, I was like, oh, it's black, not green or blue or red, because for the different teams, it's kind of the rookie shield is their color. So I was like, it's got to be Caleb. In my mind, I was like, it's got to be Caleb. It was the only black team I could think of. Clearly, there's others, but it was just the only black team that popped into my head, and I was like, it's got to be Caleb. And it was wild. Benny, holy cow, bro. That is a big card. Big card. Get the rest of the Jets up there on the Jets podium. Jared Verse can go on the Rams podium. Boom. All right, bench is set. I thought that card was tricking me, but it did trick me twice. Tricked me into thinking it was an ultra rare, then tricked me into thinking it wasn't, and then it was. Tricked me twice. Empty box. Come on, we got one more in us. We got one more ultra rare in us at least. At least one more. We still got the dented box teed up for box 10. So we got one more in us. I got a feeling. That is a patch. So unless the last box has an auto, that means we went through an entire case of Hobby Megas that says that they come with an auto or a mem and got no auto. That would be absolutely wild. I don't see anything fantastic in this one that I can tell. So what we're going to do is let it marinate for a moment. And I'm going to take a quick pee break because I've been holding it for the last like 5 or 6 boxes. And I really got to go. So we're going to let that marinate for a second while I run and take a pee. And then we're going to come back, finish this one, which is box 9. Box 10 with the big old dent in it is right here. Big old dent. And then Hobby after that. We got close to a half a case of Donruss Clearly coming in this week, plus Spectra Hobby. We didn't do Spectra when it first released because it was like $900 to $1,100 a box, which to me was just completely asinine. So I held off and waited, and I got a really good deal on this box. So we'll be able to do that one soon at a very affordable price, which I'm super excited about. Super affordable, makes me super excited. So I'm glad we waited on it, but it does guarantee four big autos. So I didn't want to not do it, just waited for the price to come down a little bit. So it benefits everybody, everybody's wallet, to make it just a little less expensive by waiting. But some products you wait thinking it's going to come down and it goes up, like Prism, and then we're like, damn, we didn't do it at all. So you just never know. You're rolling the dice, but it happened to pay off this round. All right, so like I said, we got box 9 up there now, and then box 10 on the side. Then we go to our Hobby. So essentially 3 boxes left. Box 9 is marinating on the table. I'm going to go take a quick pee and come back so I'm not dancing in my chair, and we will finish it out. So if you got to take a pee yourself, or maybe go get a drink, get a snack, do it now. We'll be back in about 3, and then we'll keep it rolling. Caleb Williams Uptowns. Damn. That's nasty. Is my phone 100% charged yet? Almost. All right, good. Good. All right, so we let this one marinate for a couple minutes while I ran to use the restroom. And now we'll finish this one out. And then we'll go to box 10, the dented box, and see what that holds. Here we go, B3. TJ Watt, Justin Fields, Josh Jacobs, Miles Sanders, Maserati Marv on the red hyper. Very nice. Nice hit, Harlan. That's pretty much going to get you paid for now, which is awesome. Eric All, that one going out to Cincy. Travis Clavin. We got Terrion Arnold for the Lions. That's the boys in Adam. We got Zach Charbonnet, George Kittle, Trayvon Diggs, Lamar Jackson, best tutties, best buddies. Lamar Jackson and Zay Flowers going out to Joe Lurch. We got Jerzon Newton, Maserati Marv back again for Harlan. Little icing on the cake. You got Will Levis, Rashad White, Jamar Chase, Rashee Rice, Jerzon Newton is your red hyper. We need a JD5. Come on, goody. Troy Franklin going out to Ox. Wish it was Bo Nix. T-Law, Mad Max, Jahan Dotson, Drake London, Aiden Hutchinson. You got JJ coming back out on a primary colors. That one going out to Ox. You got Chris Jenkins for Travis Clavin, Dejon Edwards for Jeff Kalajis, Puka, Hayden Hurst, Trey Hendrickson, Kyler Murray, Troy Franklin. Needed that to be Bo. Red Hyper. Ox. You got Ben Sinat for Goody. You got J.C. Horn, Legarius, Bryce Young, Jonathan Taylor. Xavier Worthy is going to be your rookie phenom. You got Juju on a hollow. That one going out to the to B3. Michael Pratt for the Bucks. That one going out to B Friends. You got Jaden Hicks for B3, and then Worthy on the rookie phenom blue hyper jersey. Finally, the Chiefs getting in on some kind of action on this box. The Chiefs had nothing until this second half. Very nice. We'll take it. All right, so we got one mega to go. And we need a lot of people to get some hits out of that one. The only red hyper quarterback to show up thus far is J.J. McCarthy. Maserati Marv just caught up in a big way. Little red hyper color match. Nice one there for Harlan. Another Troy Franklin. Another Eric All. All right, good. Here we go. A nice stack of Marvin Harrison going up. Harlan, very nice. All right, bench is good. We move on to the final box of the case. Box 10, the dented box. Box 1 was dented too, but not like this one. This one's got a monster dent in it. You can see it right there. Huge. Luckily, the cards are in the middle. Unfazed. Empty box. 60% of the time, they hit every single time. Come on, baby. Come on, one more for us. Give us one more. We need a 4-piece. 4-piece on the ultra rares. It's a mem, so not one single auto in that entire case. That is absolutely crazy that we didn't get a single auto in that whole entire case. That's just wrong. That is just wrong. They did us dirty. Did us dirty. All right. We got Michael Mayer, Zach Ertz, Buda Baker, Jahmyr Gibbs, Trey Benson, another one for Harlan. This one, the Red Hyper Benson. Then you got Jonathan Brooks for Dustin Buchholz and Bucky Irving for B Friends. You got Matty Stafford, Quentin Johnson or QJ. You got Captain Kirk, Jerry Jeudy, best buddies, best tutties on the Christian Watson and Jordan Love. That one going out to Adam Light. You got Max Melton for Harlan, Xavier Worthy coming out again for B3. Tyreek Hill, Kobe Turner, CJ Stroud, Roshan, Jacob Cowing coming out on the Red Hyper color match for Mike Haralambis. Chris Broswell for Brian Friends. You got Gardner Minshew, Jabril Peppers, Jacoby Brissett, Dalton Schultz, Montez Sweat, Derek Carr is your captain in charge. That is going to be Stanton. You got Flournoy going out to Jamie O'Hara, Javon Bullard to Adam Light. We got Slayton, Kendre Miller, David Montgomery, Khalil Shakir, Michael Penix on the Red Hyper. Bang. Big hit there for Adam Light. Very nice. Edrin Cooper coming out for Adam Light. You got Joe Mixon, Aaron Jones. My homies will always get a sleeve. Deuce Vaughn. Jalen Polk is your rookie phenom. Blue Hyper going out to Joe Lurch. You got Olave on a hollow for the Saints. That is Stanton. Then AJ Barner for Corey and Vidal for Mike Haralambis. So no downtown in the case, but we did get an uptown. We got 3 emoji parallels. We also got a teal velocity. Not bad, B3. We did good. We did good on the case. And you get your big quarterback hit, which you kind of hope for when you get a case. You're like, dang, if we could just get one big quarterback hit, we'll be in good shape. Everything else we can kind of build around it. So, yeah, big hit for Caleb and Benny Lamp. All right, let's get the podium set up real quick. And then what we're going to do is move on to our hobby. Another Xavier Worthy on the shelf. All Xavier Worthy on that podium. Not even a single other Chief, just Xavier Worthy after Xavier Worthy after Xavier Worthy. So he's having a good night. I'd like to see a little more variety on the skill position guys, but we'll get there. That's what Phoenix is for. That is what Phoenix is for. Can't wait for Spectre to come in. Very excited for that one. Ooh, I used our last 100-point top loader, so I'm going to need to get another one of those out. Let me do that now. Ugh. last one. I'm going to have to get another case of 100 points. That case lasted us about almost a year, which is pretty darn good considering how much we opened. I got a case of the 55 point and a case of the 100 point. Still got plenty of 55 left, but that'll tell you how many, RPAs and MEMs we've got that we went through the case of 100 point first before finishing the case of 55 point. We still have like a third of a case of the 55 point left. So that has actually lasted way longer. Put that back up there. Grab another stack of top loaders since we're over there. And then this is what we needed. 100 point for J Polk. Wish it was Drake May for you there, Joe, but there's got to be a Drake May lurking. There has to be a JD5 lurking for Goody Goody, too. I mean, shoot, that whole half a case, not a single JD5. That's wild. That is wild. Every other QB came out. Rattler, all of them. Rattler at least got a red hyper. So that kind of helped him out. But Washington is hurting right now. Washington and Jacksonville are hurting right now. All right. So we are all done getting everything set up on the podiums. We are now on to the hobby. Good luck, B3. Don't know if I would get another case of hobby megas based off of what came out and what the price point was at just about $140 a mega. It's kind of crazy. Empty box. But it was a fun rip. It was a fun rip. And the red hypers carry a ton of value, so worth it. Just don't know that I would do it again. Almost $3,000 case. It's a big case. All right, B3, here we go. We're going to see if we have a blank there. We do. So that one, do I want to drop it out? I guess I do. There, I was able to do it without peeking. Blank. That one is not a blank, so we'll send it down to the bottom. That one, I believe, is a blank. It is. Blank ski. All right. Don't be turning on me, Caleb. Face forward. Dang, all the thick packs are down the bottom. We might have a redemption, actually. That's a blank. I think we got a redemption because there would be 3 thick cards and there's only 1, maybe 2. We usually have 3, so we could have a little redemption in this sucker. It's possible. I'm thinking yes. With only one thick card, I'm thinking it might be a redemption in there. Either that or it's a non-patch auto or a non-thick auto. Or they could have robbed us of an auto and put in an ultra rare. You never know. I've seen crazier stuff. All right, B3, here we go. We're going to just take it down to there because this one's sticking out. Here we go. Good luck, B3. Hope to get you guys something. Charvarius Ward, Jesse Bates, Tyler Lockett, Romo Dunze coming back out one more time on the Rookie Rising for Benny Lamp. You got Carson Steele for B3, Devontae, Kayvon Thibodeau, Logan Wilson. You've got the Wave CD Lamb. That is not numbered. Just a wave for Jamie O'Hara on the CD. Jaden Hicks going out to B3. You got Brock Purdy, Jared Goff, Quincy Williams. Treasured tandems is going to be Dan Marino and Super Duper, Mark Duper, Miami and Lonnie Stuthit. You've got Nate Wiggins on a green or emerald. That one going out to Joe Lurch. 78 out of 199 on the Wiggins green or emerald. So that's a nice looking card. Nate Wiggins on the green. You got Danny Dimes. Hufanga. Backwards is Hufanga. 8 out of 99. I'm assuming that's an auto. It is. Red color match. Hufanga. Going out to Mike Haralambis. Bang. Hufanga on the vet auto, numbered to 99 on the red. 8 out of 99. Nice hit, Mikey Haralambis. Bang. Right behind that gets Jeff Kalaji's on the board with a TJ Watt on the royal purple. I believe that's to $2.99, maybe $3.99. I got to look. $2.49, 170 out of 249. Jeff Kalaji's on the TJ Watt royal purple, getting the Steelers on the board. As I said for Joe Lurch with the emerald, getting the Ravens on the board. That one was to $1.99, so we got to get a podium up for them. We'll get those caught up in a sec. Let's get these boys sleeved up. Bears staying hot with a little Odunze. Get the base out of there. Get those Chiefs rookies out of there. All right. Wiggins can go over on the right. Let's get their stuff up on a podium. Ravens got a nice little stack going. Steelers, couple of them. Niners, couple of them. Pearsall and Cowing. So getting the podiums caught up. Boom. All right. We're sitting right on top. You got Troy Franklin. That is going to be Ox and the Broncos. So we'll get him up there. Lots of Franklin tonight. Not enough Bo. All right, we're going to go down to about there. Josh Jacobs, Devon Achane, Montez Sweat. You've got a Jalen Wright rookie rising wave. I don't think that's numbered. It is not. But Miami, Lonnie Stuthit has had a nice little night on the Finns. Gets another. Jamie O'Hara on the Jets getting a Malachi Corley rookie wave. Again, not numbered, but a nice little rookie. You got the Gus Bus, Chris Jones, a silver Hufanga. Hufanga on fire right now for the Niners. Alex Singleton coming out for the Buccaneers on the red. That is number just 18 out of 99. Nice low number there for Ox on the Broncos with Singleton. You got Theo Johnson going out to the boys on the G-Men, Joe Burr, David Montgomery, Zaire Franklin. Jalen Polk is your rookie rising. That's going to be Joe Lurch. Ennis Rakestraw Jr. on the red. 264 out of 299 for the Lions. That is Adam Light and the boys. Then you got Drake London and Jalen Waddle. So we get the base out of there. We're going to have to get the Lions up on a podium now. Polk coming out one more time. Theo one more time. Singleton on the red to 99. Got a little Malachi wave rookie. And Jalen Wright on the rookie rising wave. Finns having themselves quite a day for a last spot mojo spot. Lions got a couple. We'll get them up there. I think we're good. All right. Keeping it moving. We're going to go right down to the last card covering the hit. All right. We got Trey Tucker. Blake Corum on a base contours. That's the Rams. That is going to be Adam Light. Nice card there. Not the prism, but the base. You got Ben Sinnott for Goody Geet. Donnell Hunter. Justin Herbert. Michael Pittman Jr. Dak Prescott coming out on a gold or a yellow. If it's to 10, it'll be gold. Yellow probably higher. But a nice hit there for the Cowgirls. That is 70 out of 125. So a Dak on a yellow. That one going out to Jamie O'Hara. Robert Avisha and Scotty both not on their Cowgirls tonight. And, of course, that's when Dak hits. Chris Jenkins. Jamie reaping the benefits, though. He's on them quick. Chris Jenkins for the Bengals. That is Travis Clavin. You got Devonta Smith, Alex Singleton, Joe Mixon on a silver. That one going to go to the Texans and Joe Lurch. That is not numbered. You got Brock Bowers on the contours, the box hit. That is the prism version. That is a big card there for Dustin on Brock. Very nice. Theo Johnson coming out on a numbered rookie. That is going to be 210 out of 399 for the boys on the Phoenix Hollow. And then Keenan Allen is your last base in that stack. All right, so the Giants getting a numbered Theo Johnson. We'll take that. Throw that up on the podium. We're going to have to break out another podium for the Raiders now. Get the base out of there. Raiders with a beautiful Brock Bowers. Dustin. Everyone's been waiting for a nice Brock to pop. There's one. Dak going to need a podium too for Jamie O'Hara on the yellow. The old Yeller. Then you got Sinnott. Still not a single JD5. We really need that to change for Goody Goody. We could also really use to see what's his name? A Bo Nix or a Drake May. So we're open to all. Open to any one of those popping, maybe even a little Rattler. Although he did get a red hyper, so he's in good shape. All right. Let's get the Raiders out here. Brock Bowers had a couple show up early. So we'll get the Raiders going. And then we need to get the Cowgirls out. They had a couple of red hypers for their rookies. So we'll get them up there. And we are good. All right. So the next hit coming out is right here. Patrick Mahomes will always get a sleeve. He's hiding Jordan Travis, 4 out of 25. This has got to be an RPA. Bang! What a beauty. Jordan Travis on the RPA with the huge 3-color patch, numbered just 4 out of 25, one off the jersey number on a last spot mojo spot for Jamie O'Hara. This kid retired now, but you never know. He could come back. I think he's worried about the injury, the leg injury from college, so he retired. But there's rumor that he's not done. I think he just doesn't see a path to start for the Jets. But you never know. You just don't know what's going to happen with a kid like this. But an absolutely gorgeous card. That might be just a smidge too tight for the card and the penny sleeve. So I'm going to go up one size. That's 130. But I think I have some 138s. Yeah, let's try this and see if this is any better. It's a little loose, but it's just not as snug. It looks better. What a beautiful card. Holy cow. Jamie O'Hara. Break paid for, bro. On both now. On both. You're paid for on the Jets, and you're paid for on the, what was the other one you had? The Cowgirls. I think you're good on both. Holy cow. Dre Greenlaw coming out on the Royal Purple. This one, Mike Haralambis for San Fran, getting another one. 117 out of 249 on the Niners. Going out to Mike Haralambis. They missed for the most part all night until the end there. Jalen Wright coming out for the Miami Dolphins. That is going to be Lonnie. So he gets another one on the Fins. Fins have been doing very well tonight, especially with that rocket emoji parallel. All right, so it looks like George Pickens is holding back the card that's holding back our hit. So there's Pickens, and then you have Romeo Dobbs. We're going to bring the back to the front. We have Amari Cooper for the Bills. So the Buffalo Bills getting the Amari Cooper numbered 100 out of 399. So a nice one there for the Bills. Buffalo, Wayne Maury. You got Dejon Edwards coming back out one more time for Jeff Kalaji's. Romeo Dobbs holding back Jamar Chase on the franchise future materials. 69 out of 299. Travis Clavin picking up the Jamar Chase franchise materials. 69 out of 299. That is the final hit of the evening. If I can get it to come into focus. There it is. 69 out of 299. So the Bengals end up on the board at the end. Nice little break, B3. Definitely a nice little break. The break table has been super hot. It's been staying hot. And I can't wait for break 400 now because the table has just not cooled down in about 30 or 35 breaks. It's been a long, hot run. And excited for the 400s, B3, to see what happens. Very excited for that. All right, let's get our bench situated here. Just got to clean up a little bit on my left so I can get the bench ready. So bear with me for just a second. I don't think really anyone's even left in here. There might be one. So if you are chilling in here with me to watch the recap, give me a couple minutes to get myself organized, and we will get it rocking on the recap. Started to get a little lightheaded, so I'm going to pop in a little caramel cracker. Need some sugar, I think. There we go. All right. Just get myself organized here, and we will run through the recap. We made really good time. Really good time. Boom. All right, that's good. Let's get the garbage out of the way. Actually, it's garbage night, so let me just leave this out because I'm going to have to empty it. All right. 3 more minutes, I'll be ready to go to the recap. Just getting a few things in order here. I don't think I'm going to need all these racks. Maybe 2. All right, that's done. Let's get this stack over here. that's done. Just getting a few things sleeved up so I can move everything right off the bench to be sorted tomorrow so I can continue the work on mail day. So I figure if I just do it now, I'll be way ahead. So bear with me just a moment while I get this situated. Boom. All right, so that's good. That's good. Small little stack left here, and we will be good to go. Although when you're looking at a small stack of cards, you're always like, oh, that's 10, and then you pick it up and you realize that's closer to 30. Especially when they're not top loaded yet. All right, good. And we got about 6 left. Actually, I might have grabbed the exact right amount of top loaders, which would be wild. One too many. I was close. All right, so that gets all those sleeved up. They're good. And what I can do is put this over here. Split that in half there, half there. All right, so that's good. Probably only need 2 more racks then, so we can save those there, get rid of these. All right. Now, clearly, Caleb, big winner. The question is, where do we go next? Takes care of that. Working our way, B3. Okay. How many racks do we need? Like 1 1/3. Perfect. All right. Just about ready to recap, B3. Perfect. All right. We made good time. It's 1:35. I should be done and in bed by 2. Got to be up by like 7:45. So that'll work out perfect. All right, B3. Here we go. Leading us off for Adam Light and the Jags, just one Brian Thomas Jr. to come out. All break on the rated. Tough night for the Jags. Seahawks, Corey Markle, a.k.a. Fat Uncle Breaks. You got Byron Murphy on the Red Hyper. That is the Hobby Mega exclusive. Also, A.J. Barner. So a couple of the rookies on the Red Hypers. We'll take it. Goody got absolutely kicked in the groin tonight. Jerzon Newton on a Red Hyper. Ben Sinnott, Phoenix. Sinnott on a rated twice. And a Luke McCaffrey. That was all. Not one JD5. Brownies, David Matt getting best buddies, best tutties on the Deshaun Watson and Amari Cooper. And then Jamari Thrash. Tough night for the Browns. Chargers, Mike Haralambis getting Brendan Rice. Kamani Vidal on a Red Hyper, which saved their night. And then Lad McConkey showing up once. More on Mikey later. Chris Broswell coming out for Brian Friends on a Red Hyper. That kind of saved his night, although he did get a Jalen McMillan and 2 Buckies, so we'll take that. Rams, this was Adam Light getting Jared Verse on a rated. The Contours base, Blake Corum, usually 1 per mega or per hobby. Blake Corum on a rated, and then Blake Corum on a first-year freshie. Nice mem there for the rookie. Decent night for the Rams. Jawar Jordan for the Texans. This is Joe Lurch, came out on a hollow and a Red Hyper, hobby exclusive. Kamari Lassiter on the Red Hyper, hobby mega exclusive. Cade Stover on the hobby mega exclusive Red Hyper, and then a Will Anderson Donruss Threads on the Blue Hyper. Decent night for the Texans. Matthew Vanover getting Latu on a rated, Adonai Mitchell on a rated, Anthony Gould on a hollow, Anthony Gould on a Red Hyper, and then Adonai Mitchell also coming out on the Red Hyper. So a nice night for the Colts overall. Going to the Panthers. This is Dustin Buchholz getting Jonathan Brooks on a rated twice. Jatavian Sanders on a rated and a hidden potential. Xavier Legette on a rated and Legette on a rookie phenom. Blue Hyper swatch. All right. Did I do that right? I think I did. Yep. That one in the right rack. That's the threads. Perfect. Okay. And then this should be big enough to hold those just close. It might be a little off, but we'll figure that out. All right, here we go. Dropping all the way down to the G-men. Packers. Adam Light getting the best buddies, best tutties. Christian Watson and Jordan Love. Red hobby exclusive. Hobby mega exclusive. Javon Bullard. Edrin Cooper, hobby mega exclusive Red Hyper, Edrin Cooper, Marshawn Lloyd on the rookie phenom, Blue Hyper mem, and then Marshawn Lloyd on the hobby mega exclusive Red Hyper. Definitely Green Bay paid for itself with all the rookie color. Jalen Polk for the Patriots. They took a beating for Joe Lurch on the rookie rising. Jalen Polk on the base rated. Jalen Polk on the Blue Hyper rookie phenom. Yeah, Joe Milton once and Drake May once. That was all. Going to Dustin on the Raiders. Dylan Lobb on a rated. Brock Bowers on a rated. Brock Bowers also came out on the rookie recruits. And then Brock Bowers on the Contours Prism Wave. That definitely saved his night. Nice hit for Brock. Harlan getting a lot of rookie color. You got the color match red hobby mega exclusive hyper for Max Melton and Trey Benson. Maserati Marv on a primary colors and then 2 rated as well. And then Marv also on the red hyper hobby mega exclusive color match. Great night for Arizona. Stanton If there was one card you were chasing out of the Hobby Mega besides the case hits, this was it. So Spencer Rattler on the Hobby Mega exclusive Red Hyper. Beautiful cards. If Rattler ends up playing well this year, this will easily flip for $50. He just needs to play and do well. So nice little hit there. Xavier Worthy on a rated twice. Worthy came out on a lighted up. You had Worthy on the rookie phenom jersey swatch, blue hyper, and then the color match Hobby Mega exclusive red hyper Xavier Worthy. So B3 getting in on the action on the Chiefs. Wayne Mowry, best buddies, best tutties. Kincaid and Josh Allen. You got Ray Davis on a rated, Keon Coleman on a primary, and then Coleman on the red hyper as well. A little bit of a color match. And then as a bonus, you had the Amari Cooper Phoenix Hollow 100 out of 399. Nice night for Wayne making his return to the B3 page after a little couple break hiatus. What the heck is in that top loader? Tyler Newbin on a rated for the boys and the G-Men. We got something in there. What is that? Is that a piece of a top loader or like card wax? Or is that the top of the card? This one going to the boys so I can mess with it. Oh, it's just a bad cut on the card. That's interesting. Malik Neighbors on a Optic rated. Malik Neighbors on a play action. Tyrone Tracy on the red Hobby Mega exclusive hyper. Nice color match there for the G-Men. You got Theo Johnson on a Phoenix and a rated, and the Phoenix Hollow numbered 210 out of 399. So a nice night on the G-Men for the boys. Dropping down to the Lions, this was Adam Light and the boys. You got a Diamond Hands Amon Ra, nice little insert there. Rake Straw on the red hyper, and then Rake Straw on the red Phoenix, numbered 264 out of 299. So we got a little piece of it there, Adam, for you and the boys. Dropping all the way down to let's go to the Bengals. All right, Jeff Kalaji's on the Steelers, getting Roman Wilson on a rated, Roman Wilson on a hidden potential, and then a TJ Watt Royal Purple, that numbered 170 out of 249. So a nice little piece on Watt. Best tutties, best buddies. This one going out to Joe Lurch. When did I slice myself? Sliced my thumb open. Dang. Best buddies, best tutties. Lamar Jackson and Zay Flowers going out to Joe Lurch. You got Devontae Walker, Devin Leary, Nate Wiggins, and then Nate Wiggins on the green or emerald. That's numbered 78 out of 199. So a nice night on the Ravens for Joe Lurch. Cowgirls, this is Jamie O'Hara getting Marshawn Nealand on the Hobby Mega exclusive red hyper, also Flournoy, and then Dak Prescott on the yellow Phoenix. That one numbered 70 out of 125. So a nice little card there for Jamie on the Cowgirls. Ox on the Broncos getting Troy Franklin on a Phoenix. Troy Franklin on a rated twice. Franklin on the red hyper Hobby Mega exclusive, and then Bo Nix came out once only. Then you had Singleton on the red Phoenix, that numbered just 18 out of 99, so a nice low number for Singleton. Then you go to the Bengals. This was Travis Clavin. You got Eric All twice on a rated, also Jermaine Burton, and then a little Jamar Chase franchise future materials on the swatch, numbered 69 out of 299. Nice little hit there for the Bengals. Dropping down to the couple of quarterbacks that hit well. JJ on a lighted up for the Vikings. Minnesota, that is Ox. You also got Dallas Turner on a rated. JJ on a primary. And then bang, JJ on the Hobby Mega exclusive red hyper. That'll just about pay for your break. Michael Penix Jr. on the rookie phenom blue hyper mem and the Hobby Mega exclusive red hyper. Also a color match for Penix. That'll just about pay for your break. Now we drop down to Mike Haralambous on the Eagles. You got Will Shipley on a rated. Johnny Wilson on a rated. Cooper DeJean on a red hyper hobby mega exclusive. That'll just about pay for your break. And then the bonus ultra rare Quinion Mitchell on the teal teal velocity. Ultra rare. Nice one there, and a bit of a color match for the Eagles. So that'll pay for your spot on the Eagles there, Mikey. Then we drop down to the Dolphins. This was Dustin, was Dustin, but he was him and Lonnie claimed it pretty much at the same time. Lonnie had sent funds, so he was like, let him have it. I'll take the Jets. No, who did you take? The Panthers. So he swapped out. Malik came out for Washington or for Miami on a rated. You also had Chop on a rated. Then you had Chop on the Hobby Mega exclusive red hyper. Nice one there for Lonnie. You had Jalen Wright on a Phoenix, Jalen Wright on a rated, Jalen Wright on a rookie rising wave out of Phoenix, Jalen Wright on a first year freshie, the rookie mem blue and green hyper, and then a ultra rare rocket parallel Jonnu Smith. Nice color match there for the Finns. So Lonnie did a very good job on Miami. Then you had the Niners. This was Mike Haralambis. Ricky Pearsall came out on a rated. Yeah, Jacob Cowing on the color match, hobby exclusive red hyper, hobby mega exclusive. Dre Greenlaw, this was on the royal purple. This was numbered 117 out of 249 on the Greenlaw. Nice one there. And then Talanda Hufanga on the red Phoenix color match auto for the vet. 8 out of 99. Nice low number. Nice night for Mikey on the Niners. Then we go to Jamie O'Hara on the Jets, who had a big night. Malachi Corley coming out on a rated. Malachi on the Phoenix Wave. You got Braylon Allen on a rated. Jordan Travis on a rated. Jordan Travis coming out on a first-year freshie. The blue and green hyper on the rookie mem. And then the RPA out of Phoenix. Beautiful 3-color patch on like what looks like the number 3, a part of it, maybe upside down. Just 4 out of 25, super low number for Jamie O'Hara on that beautiful RPA, true RPA, the vertical. Gorgeous card. Great night for Jamie on the Jets. And then last but not least, we got the Bears for Benny Lamp. You had the Hobby Mega exclusive red hyper Torrey Taylor, the punter. Romo Dunze on a rookie rising and a rated and a play action. And then we went to Caleb on the rated. Caleb also came out on the rookie phenom blue hyper swatch. Nice one there. And then Caleb Williams on the Uptowns rookie break, paid for, and the table stays hot. What a night, B3. Holy cow. Table has been absolutely steaming, burning hot, and it just continued today. So seeing that makes me happy. The more the table stays hot and you guys get hits, the better you guys do in the breaks, which just, makes me feel good, because that's the reason why I'm here, is for you guys. If you weren't here supporting, this wouldn't even be a thing. So without you guys, couldn't do it. So when it pays off for you, I enjoy it. Makes me happy. And, I want you guys to do well. All right. Well, that's it. Break 399 in the books. The next time I see you, we will be in the 400s, B3. Thank you guys for finishing this up, closing it so we can break tonight. And I will see you guys hopefully soon. Tomorrow or Friday, we'll figure out what we're doing next. B3, we out.